and welcome back to the channel. So today I have another video with the Daystate Blackwolf. What I was doing at the range today, as some people have been asking me about this, is what effect the 0dB Advantage Target Tuner has on this rifle. So I was going through this using this rifle today with the tuner, going through various click positions that you have on this that moves the weight on the inside, gives you an indication and helping with the resonance of the rifle and how it affects your grouping. Now, full disclosure on this as well, this being the walnut version of the Blackwolf does already have the barrel tensioner installed on here. So there is some difference I did still see. So let me just put this one to one side and I'll get the target out. I've also done this video slightly differently as well, as I was using the MTC King Cobra first focal plane 8-32. All of the groups were shot at 50 yards. There was a bit of a windy conditions. Now I wasn't using the DNT optics to record any footage on this occasion because I was using a more traditional scope. But what I did play around with doing was using a GoPro down at the target, and I'll show some of that footage now. And you might also hear some of the conditions, and I will have this in the corner as well. So as I said, all this was shot at 50 yards using the Blackwolf with the target tuner in various positions, and was shot using Rangemaster Soverigne hunters. So I'm going to put this one aside and get on to showing the targets. Okay, so here we have all the groups here. As I said, these were 3-shot groups. Now, here we have just me doing some zeroing with no tuner on. So these were my initial shots on zeroing, and up here we have a 3-shot group. Actually, I think it was 4 shots because I was just working out 0 for sure. Let's get a rough 0 at 50 yards. So now I've put the tuner on. Now, this was on my initial adjustments on it, and it has been a very nice starting point, I feel, because it immediately tightened up. And this is where I'm from previously using the tuner. I had a rough 0, but it was a bit of a windy day. So on that occasion, so this is where it's been a little bit calmer, and I've gone for some more practical tuning, which I've not done yet with the tuner. And I did 4 clicks to the left. You can see, not a bad group. Opened up a little bit. For setting 4. Another 4 clicks to the left. It moved it a little bit round. Also got one slightly further out. And another 4 clicks here. Again, a little bit more spread, sizing wise. 4 more clicks to 16. Again, a bit of a spread. Another 4 to 20. Now those 3 shots were, yeah, a little bit different. And then back to 24 or 0. So it was where the initial starting point, one of these I do believe was more me, that I was getting the impression that where I actually had it setting for my rough testing was where I was getting the most benefit from the tuner already on the rifle. So this is why I did more little adjustments moving on. So this was 1 click to the left, and I had one slightly out, but not too bad. And then I went back to 1 to the right, and this is where it's tightened up again. So I was more happy with the fact that I was going back to the right. Going back to the 0 point was probably the right direction. 1 more to the right, again not too bad. Say another 1 to the right, opened up a little bit, and then just to make sure that that wasn't that, shot another 1 and very similar. And did 1 more again to the right, 1 slightly further out, so showed a bit more instability. And then again, another 1 to the right, and it spread out a little bit on 20. So this is where I was pretty sure it was between my 0 or 1 either side of that, and that's when I have adjusted and gone back to the original setting, going 1 to the right to 23, going 1 to the right again 23, and then we have 0 or starting point and 0 again. So it's definitely between these two settings of 0 and 23. And I based the initial grouping when I first put it on, that grouping, then that's where the rifle is on there and it's happiest. So that was just a quick video on that. Now, obviously I've had the video rolling on the side for some of this, of showing you a GoPro down at the target. Just a different format I was actually trying. And equally, it's something I'm probably going to do a lot more in the future, especially as now I have my Blackwolf Tactical in high power, as I have my FAC now. And when that comes to the channel, it will be in 0.25 with Volumax in the tactical chassis with a 28-inch slug barrel on it. Now, some people have asked me recently what the difference is in that, and as I said, for this test I'm shooting Rangemaster Soverigne Hunters 10.33, very good at 50 yards, and that is, from the side, you can see it on the camera, that is that pellet, as a 177. Now, I've been getting a few things together, so to start off with, just getting ready. I did get some pellets, even though it's a slug barrel, should still shoot pellets, of JSB Exact King Heavy Diabolos of 33.95. So comparing pellet on pellet, here we have a 177, and that is a 0.25. And taking one that was that further, some JSB Knockouts slugs, and then that is a 0.25 slug. So a bit of a difference between these. So I just thought I'd share that with everybody. And hopefully that'll be coming to the channel very soon. So as always, thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it useful. And any comments and suggestions are always welcome. Like and subscribe is always very much appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one.